That'll have to do. Sorry about the... Sorry about the hideous, like, fucking... Wow! Sound. Is my audio coming through? You can hear me? Oh, let's go turn the light off real quick. It's like super fucking... it's gonna be super fucking hot today. So, let's get this stream out of the way real quick. Bring good news, my friend. Thanks for letting me know. What's going on? What's the news? Mafia Monday, huh? Look forward to these every Monday. Oh yeah? And what led you to that idea? Hmm.
We won't let you down, boss.
Don't make me regret giving you some time out there in the streets with the guys, Carlo.
You don't have to worry about me.
I know I don't. Tommy does that for me.
I'll keep your driver safe, boss.
Buona fortuna, boys.
Sam and Little Bill said to meet him downtown.
I thought I would put this new year to good use. I was reading a document I written about my feelings and said to write a book. What's the book gonna be about? My thumbstick is beyond fucked. Oh, you fucking... Now I know we have discussed as a game book, etc., but that is the main project of its own baseline. What do you mean? I don't know, dude. I think Beautiful by Default was trademarked by me, wasn't it? My thumbstick is fucked, man. Ah, I forgot, like, you know, like when you don't play, when you don't play something for like a while. Like I haven't like touched the PlayStation in a bit. I like kind of forgot that it's so fucked, and then like you come back and play, and it's like it's ass. Fuck, I can barely hear this. Didn't I already do this mission?
You okay, Carlo? Looking kinda like you shit yourself. Ah, get bent.
I've been thinking about what we could do for Beautiful by Default, and I've come up with some ideas to run by you. Oh yeah?
Big moment, huh? Finally running with the pack.
Listen, I spend more time with a Don than all you've put together.
Sure. Sure. Sat out on the road waiting till he's finished with his broad.
If you don't want me to come, I won't. It's fine. Boss,
Watch the road! Watch it!
if you don't want me to come, I won't. It's fine. Boss doesn't have to know.
Nah, you're coming. The boss said you're coming. Just, you got a face like you're being taken for an airing. I don't want Gates thinking we're frails.
Why is Gates sour on Morello anyways?
First time Gates pulled in with his trucks, Morello decided to change up the terms. The big guy himself popped him in the nose as part of their renegotiation.
Is the game too
His
loud?
nose is gonna get more than a pop if Morello hears we're involved.
I don't think so.
That's why we're pretending to stick him up. Then he'll go
You let
back
me
to
know
his
if the
pop and
audio
tell a
is
sob
like,
story
if the game
about
needs to
being
be
robbed
turned
at
down.
gunpoint. He'll convince his old man that Morello can't protect the merchandise. They'll need to find a new buyer out here, and he's heard
Yeah,
of
I
a
got
stand-up
lots of
guy
ideas.
named Salieri.
It seems like I've
This plan is some bullshit, Tom.
in the
Paulie told it to me yesterday,
in
and
the midst
somehow
of
it's gotten
chasing
worse.
my own dream.
Hey,
It
when you
seems
get
like
a lead
other
for the
people have
boss,
taken that same
and you
thing
don't just drive him
and now
places,
wanting to write a book as well. So
then you
I don't know if
get to
I don't know if I feel
pick
I don't know how I
holes.
feel
So
about that.
then Shut your damn mouth.
I remember there was one
Whatever
time,
helps you sleep. When
you know,
Morello
I was
tracks you
coming
down,
home from
don't come
work, so
crying
it
to
was
me.
like a while ago.
You serious? You actually serious?
Fellas!
Yeah, and a friend
Knock
of
it off.
someone that I used to know.
Christ.
Not, I don't know. I guess like I thought they were my friend. I thought they were my friend, but I guess I was wrong. Anyway, well, one day he kind of cornered me on a train, so I couldn't really get away. And he always like wanted to know. He always wanted to know what the next idea was, what my plans were. I mean, I've wanted to be a published author since I was a child. The dream has never gone away. I just haven't finished a book yet. I have so many ideas, so many half-written books, or even almost to the point full books as well. Anyway, this guy was always wanting to figure it out, to know, right? And I'm letting you know, as someone who is a fellow
sometimes
artist,
I like to stand around like
it's
a goddamn
the
mook
best
too.
idea for you,
Come on, Tom.
or the best
What's
idea
with
as a
you?
creative, like, as you said, creative genius, is not to let someone know what you're doing. Don't ever tell someone.
Sometimes I like to stand around like a goddamn
I'm
mook.
gonna pause it. Fucking Paulie's talking shit to me. So anyway, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm excited for you to write a book. I'm excited for me to write a book. But while I'm on here talking, I don't think I would ever talk openly about an idea for a book, from my point of view. But I'm happy to talk to you about your idea if you want to. But yeah, my point of the story was this guy, right? Like, he's not a bad guy. He was nice. I used to think he was my friend. Anyway, every time he saw me, it was always, "What are you writing? What are you writing? How much have you written? What's your idea? What's your next idea? Where are you going with it? What are you doing with it?" He wanted to know, like, very, very, very vivid details. Like, pretty much like, "Yo, if you ever need me to ever read anything for you, I'll definitely do it." And I always felt, like, uncomfortable. Always felt uncomfortable by that. I was never an asshole. I was always nice. Like, "Oh yeah, thanks man. If I ever get fucking done with writing the book or whatever, I'll definitely ask you for, like, like proofreading or whatever kind of thing." Like, I was being nice, but although at the same time I never wanted to do that because I guess deep down I didn't trust this guy. And that's what I'm saying. If you're going to talk about the things that you want to do, whether it's writing music, I guess drawing and illustrations is a little bit different because no one can really influence you or steal your drawing. As long as you, like, make sure you put the date on it and everything, and be super okay, super ahead of time. But this guy was always wanting an idea. He always wanted to know where I was, what my notebooks looked like, what my writing method was, what my process is, how do I beat writer's block, and that stuff is fine. That stuff is fine. Like, oh, well, how do you write? I just use my computer. It's like, well, actually, me personally, I like pen on paper. It's how I learned how to write, and it's how I'm always going to write. Oh, but it's just so much easier if you like. It's just so much easier if you use a computer. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't try and change my method. Don't try and change me as an artist. Don't do that. What works for you doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for me. But I'm still excited for you, though. Like, I think it's great. But anyway, this guy was just like, I'm just letting you know. You are the only genius who has created Beautiful by Default. It is your project. I am just of wishing to help. That's wonderful. Thank you. Technically, they can't. Oh, technically, they can steal your drawing to say as an opposite opinion. No, I agree with you. I mean, like, if you showed me your portfolio, right? Heaven, like, I would be absolutely honored if you ever showed me anything you drew, right? But I mean, like, I would have to have, like, a photogenic memory to, like, because you're only going to show me something, like, very briefly, right? Someone would have to, like, snapshot that and then, like, trace it because, like, I'm not the same type of artist that you are. Like, let's say you design something for me, right? Let's say, I don't know, you draw like a sandwich or you draw like something beautiful for the channel, right? But then you like, at the last minute, you don't want me to have it. I wouldn't even be able to replicate your art. You see what I'm saying? Like, your art is you. It's never going to be me. And you can inspire me, though, right? Like, you could inspire me, like, man, like, Lou draws so good, man. Maybe I'll get back into drawing, because I haven't drawn in ages. And then, but my art will never be your art. That's what I meant by it. I didn't mean to be rude. I totally agree. I panic every time someone's like, yo, let me look at your art. It's like, freak out. Anyway, what my point was, though, was this guy, it's fine to ask questions. Sandwich, what are you writing? I'm writing a forbidden love story. I'm writing an epic fantasy. An epic journey. I'm writing a fantasy book. I'm writing a true crime horror book, or like a true crime slash. Like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff is fine, but it's like, it was more. It got to the point where it was like, let me look at your writing. Why do you want to see my writing? Like, he wanted my notebooks, Lou. He wanted my notebooks. He wanted He wanted my notebooks. He wanted my work. He wanted my work. When would that ever be okay to do? Like, what? How would that even work? Like, what? We're gonna meet up at a random park. I'm gonna bring like files upon files of loose pieces of paper, books finished from start to finish, like pages upon pages of ideas, illustrations, all that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna bring that to you in a park. No, no, no. Bring it to my house. Bro, I'm not leaving my, like, life's work in your fucking kitchen. What the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like, it got weird. It got so weird. And don't get me wrong, like, everybody... Sometimes you're gonna meet people who just go crazy. And they just want you all to themselves. And everything that you do, you have to run by them. Or they have to be a part of it. Which is crazy. But, like, which is fine. Because, like... If you meet like someone that you idolize, like, you know how you feel about them as an artist, but like meeting someone and being like, you're my everything, it would be so overwhelming. Like, being a celebrity would be crazy. Like, don't get me wrong, like, it sounds exciting at the same time. Like, I would love people to be inspired by me in some kind of way. Like, Sandwich, I love your streams. I'm a streamer now. I love the idea of this, so I'm doing it now. I'm not gonna be you, but I'm gonna try my heart. And it's like, that just sounds beautiful. So I am happy to hear that you're moving forwards. That you've left 2021 behind you. You're not going to be sad anymore. You're going to move forward and you're going to utilize 2022 to your best ability and give it your best shot. I absolutely love that. And I will always nurture that. I will always nurture the idea of art. Whether it's music, drawing, painting, sculpting, writing, anything, any type of art, I'll always be happy for you. Always. Just saying. Just keep the mind of the guy on the train story. My point was, like, that day I had sort of, because I was stuck on a train for an hour with this guy, and it was just him asking the same questions. I was stuck. I couldn't move. I couldn't get away. I couldn't keep diverting. He knew I had one of my notepads. I used to carry around this like very small little black notepad. It was very thick. It was like a chunky boy. It was a big boy, but it was small. But like so many pages in there, right? And that had like original concept art, like drawings for like character designs, and it had like an idea, and then it had me talking to myself about my idea and like how I think that certain parts will work, or I need to come back with a different type of different mindset. And he was like, "Let me look at it right now." I was like, "No, I'm good," because I was also, when I was on the train, I was also drawing in that book, which he was watching me from like 3 to 4 to 5 seats away from me on the left hand side. I was sitting on the right hand side of the train, so he already knew. So I couldn't I couldn't get out of it. I couldn't get out of it. It was like he knew that there was like artwork or book that was like technically like right there, and so I was just like, oh, fine, I'll talk about something, right? So I had this idea, kind of like loosely. I hadn't really done any work on it. It was just like a blurb. It was just on the back of a textbook. Nothing crazy, right? Though I do feel like this has sparked because I have mentioned about a book I am writing. This is no dream of mine, but of a mere project. This dream is yours sandwich. Beautiful by default is a project that is yours and yours alone. Hey, you're still a part of it. I didn't. I'm not. I don't. I'm not like. I'm not shitting on you or trying to tell you something. I'm just talking. Like, it's fine. Beautiful by default is what it is. It's no, yeah, no, don't feel bad or anything like that. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you a story. That's all. And anyway, so this guy like gets into my business, right? And he's trying to put his hand in my bag, trying to get my book out, right? Trying to see these like drawings or writing or something like that, just to get like a little bit of a thing. Anyway, so there's like a little blurb in the back of my notepad, which is in like the little book, which is like this little book, and I just gave that idea. I just told that idea, that very loose, very not descriptive, but given enough information to actually be able to use it and utilize it as a project. And he was asking like other questions that I was like just genuinely answering, right? And then what happens is like I don't see this guy after that day, after that hour's worth long of talk. I don't see that guy for fucking ages, like couple of months probably. Couple months, maybe 6 months. Could have been a year. Might have been a little bit less than a year. This obviously before the pandemic as well. And then out of nowhere, he's just like, "Oh, dude, I'm writing a book." And I was just like, "What?" He's like, "I've written a book." Excuse me? Yeah, the last time we spoke, you like inspired me, and I went home, and then I just wrote a book. Granted, it was like taking a few months, but yeah, no, I did it. And I was so heartbroken by that. I was like, you fucking kidding me? Had no interest in doing it at all, and then out of nowhere from one talk was like, and I was like, man, that's crazy. And then like out of nowhere, he starts to try and give me writing tips and trying to help me finish my project because apparently I'm a no-hoper writer. I'm like, I'm a dreamer. Like, I'll never amount to anything. And I was like, so fucking devastated by that. Who the fuck are you to talk down to me like that? Are you kidding me? Anyway, so before the book gets released, he self-published it, right? Which there's nothing wrong with self-publishing a book. Um, he wanted me to read, like, he let me, like, he gave me like a chapter or two to read randomly. He sent it through like message or whatever it was, and I was like, oh, I was like, wow, this is so weird, because there's like a big part of this. It sounds like he's like he had a recorder when we were talking on the train, and he is like taken almost word for word what I was saying and has put it in the book, right? And I was just like, oh shit, like, I don't know. I thought, honestly, I didn't realize it was his writing at the time. I thought he was like, he had dictated or documented what we were talking about, and he was like pretty much giving me like an insight of where maybe his inspiration or something came. No, it's actually in the book. And I was like, oh fuck, I wrote like almost the idea, and there's like a chapter or two that's 100% me. And I was like, oh fuck, like that's insane. That's insane. From hearing that, I thought I was gonna get like a shout out, like I, not saying that I created his book or anything like that, but I was kind of like hoping when he finally gave me my copy of his book, I was kind of hoping that I was gonna get like a personalized dedication or like at least my name in the front of it, you know. Nope, I didn't. I didn't get it. I didn't get a single mention at all. Not a single mention. And I was like, I was just a little bit hurt by that. Because this guy had been working me for like 6 months to a year before we got on the train together. And then worked me aggressively like he was a fucking private investigator. And then like has just utilized little bits here and there that we had spoken about privately. And has then just in turn put it into his book and said that it was his original idea. And like a big part of me was always upset by that. I never got, not saying that I need the acknowledgement or anything like that, but when you're like when a friend has done that and you have like consistently consecutively contributed to his work, which you didn't know that you were going to be a part of, I didn't even get like my mention. I didn't get a mention. I didn't even get my name in there. I didn't get a special thank you or anything like that. I just thought that was so shitty. um, but the thing that hurt the most is when he started like talking down to me, because like my dream was to be a published author, right? But also in brackets in that dream, which I've been open about on the stream with you and everyone else who's listening. It's always been a thing. Um, I always I want to be a published author, yes, but I also want to have my book on the shelves of Dimmicks, which I'm assuming you know what Dimmicks is. It's like this big like book, like book franchise, like bookstore, and they sell like all kinds of books. They sell like pop culture stuff in there sometimes, and you know you can buy like shirts and that in there. I just feel like me as a writer, like that's it. Like once I do that, once I finish the book and get it put on the if I can get it put on the shelf and sold at Dimmicks, like I feel like that's it. Like boom, like that's my dream. And he went out of his way and did exactly that. Like yes, you can buy his book online, right? Yes, you could like pre-order his book through him because it was self-published. But then he managed to somehow get his like an interview with the people, like the, I don't know, the owner of the store or something like that, or whatever, like the manager or whatever, and he managed to actually get his book on the shelves at Dimmicks. And it was just like, and then like when he seen me, it was like he wanted me to be happy for him, which I was, because he was supposed to be my friend. But also a big part of me was like very upset, because like he did what I've always wanted to do. He did it in like next to no time, and then he, instead of like that being it, he then just decided to like kind of rub it in my face a little bit, and I always had a problem with that. I still love the guy, to be honest. I still love him a lot. Like, I hope he's okay. I haven't seen him or heard from him in years. Like, after the whole, like, book thing, like, after he had finished it, and he had, like, ideas for, like, a sequel or something like that, which he never did. Um, yeah, I was just a little bit sad, that's all. I don't mean to whinge or complain or anything like that. Power to him for doing it. Um, in a sense, I should technically be. I shouldn't say inspired, because I always knew that I could do it. I just have to do it. You know. I don't know why I told that story. Oh, be careful. Just be careful. Uh, he might not have meant anything like harmful from it. Like, oh, I want to see your writing. I want to see this. Talk to me about this. Talk to me about that. It might help you, which is true. Talking about certain things can help you. But also, I don't want someone else's idea. You know? You know, like, I could give you like a chapter or two. Um, you know, and then you could be like, oh, I love it. I think it's great. And then you'd be like, but actually, what if you did this? And what if you did that? And what if you also did this? Like, now you're starting to critique my work. And let's say hypothetically I do change it to your idea, I have to give you a mention. Like, it's only common decency. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, like, just wanted to say, like, you know, like a special thank you to like Lou for talking, or like speaking about this idea or that idea, or like it's almost like a collaboration at that point. But I don't know. I'm not upset by it anymore. I don't think. I moved on. Um, I think overall, like if anyone was to take like from my point of view from it, I wish him well. Um, I did really enjoy his book. Um, I was always disappointed that he never did another one. Um, I like supporting uh, smaller artists, you know. So like, you know, like when you go to the city or whatever and you see people like busking, like playing music or dancing or whatever, you always give money to that kind of stuff. Smaller artists, like, always love it. Like homegrown heroes in a sense, like, you know, people who are doing artwork or writing or whatever, but they like live in the same town as you. It's like you got to support them. You have to. And yeah, I was just always like, I never said anything to him about it that I was a little bit hurt either. I guess at that point it wasn't about me, and I think the not resentment, but the disappointment wasn't from him. It had absolutely nothing to do with him. I think what I was disappointed in myself, because I should have already written my book. I should have already written a book. I should have already gotten my book out there. Um, Whether I self-publish it or not doesn't really matter at this point. I've always wanted, you know, it would be cool to get a publisher and have someone believe in me and the book and publish it, get it out there, stuff like that. Um, and even if I get knocked back, at least I tried, man. You know what I mean? That's what I want. And I'll keep each rejection letter. I don't really care. It's like, I'll put it in a fucking folder or something like that and keep them. Because even if I say, like, let's say hypothetically I write 5 books, right? And no one wants to publish them, right? So I get them published. and get like a little small kind of like following, right? Like that stuff happens all the time. People write books and just put them up on online digitally, and like people fall in love with these amateur writers and shit like that. Like that's how it works. It's kind of like this. Like I'm not a professional streamer. I'm not a professional gamer. I'm like amateur at best. Like I'm using like the minuscule, minute accessibility that I actually have access to try and provide entertainment, talking, friendships, community, right? And and that's how I see like the writing. Like I obviously want to be successful, and it is the thing that I have most. Um, it's not. It's the thing that I want the most. What was my point though? I'm sort of embarrassed now for like telling that story because it makes me sound petty, but it has nothing to do with that. It's just this. My point was sometimes you have to be a little bit careful of who you do and don't let read your stuff, right? Because like if you write like an absolute banging fucking story, right, and you lodge it for school or you lodge it for college or you do like a young writers like thing, right, or whatever, like sometimes you've seen it before. People have taken people's scripts, they've taken people's stories, they've rubbed out the name, they've put their name on there, they've changed a little bit, and apparently that's enough. And that thing scares me so much. And the idea of that is probably why I'm so like close to my chest with my stuff, I think. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm more disappointed in myself because like I should have written something by now. Like I've written so much stuff, dude. Like if I could take a photo right now and post it up on this like stream, I would show you the books and folders, binders full of work that I've done over the years. It's the thing that I want to do the most in life. Other than this, I absolutely love streaming. I love talking. I love like having these interactions and trying to better myself, maybe even try and help someone better themselves. But I feel a little bit ashamed for like talking about that story because like from that person's point of view, he could have been 100% innocent, and I could be like completely overthinking it. But I never let it. I never let it like. I never let it ruin me. I never let it. I never stopped writing afterwards. It was just more of like I think I was disappointed in myself because by how quickly that guy like had written the book, got it self-published, and then got it out there, and like how many copies. I don't know how many copies he sold. I don't really give a shit about that, but I still bought my copy and I still wrote it, and I was honest with him too. Like I did enjoy the book. I thought it was great. I read it a few times, and it was like I was so proud of him. But I was just upset that I didn't get like a little like mention or a cheeky like little reference in the front of the book. And then I think perhaps maybe he like had figured that out. Perhaps he had like figured that out because I kind of went a little bit distant at that point. Because that's how, also at the same time you got a lot of things going in your life. Back then I did as well, and I was kind of I was just a little bit distant, and maybe I didn't give him the support that he needed or wanted or whatever. And then like out of nowhere, uh, he let me read like the like kind of like the first chapter or like the very like first like the premise of the idea for his like next book. And I was thrilled, man. I was like, bro, this is so good. Like make like it was also my idea. Like he had done something like a different project a little while ago, but he never let it continue. And like cuz I was his friend and I was such a like a fan of him. He's a wonderful guy. Like not writer wise. I mean, as a person, like he's brilliant. Like I fell in love with this. Like not like in love. Like I wanted to fuck him or anything like that. I mean, just him as a person was awesome, man. Like if I had a shit day and I seen him out and about, man, he'd always give me like a big hug, and he would always like welcome me and embrace me, and like he thought I was cool, and I was like, I'm not cool. Like this guy is cool. Like he's so cool, and I think maybe I don't know, maybe I was having like a depressing day or something, and I kind of said something that must have like resonated with him or something. Because then like he said in the sequel to the book that he had written that he was going to base a character on me, and like that was everything to me. Hearing that right there was everything to me. I don't know how like accurate it would have been or whatever, but like he said, from the way I talk and the way I am and the way I write messages, um, that's what his inspiration for was, for like for one of the characters. And I was blown away. I was overwhelmed by that. Like that's even better than getting a thank you, or like not a thank you. That sounds rude, but like getting a mention, getting my name put in the front of his book, because like so many other people had gotten a name in his book, so many other people, and I didn't get it, and I was so upset by that. But then I put all my like petty shit aside. I will admit that's petty. That's pathetic. What are you doing? Why you care about that stuff for? Why are you worried about that? Who cares? Just move on and just and I did. I got over it really quick, and I was just like, fuck it. It's ridiculous. Like I don't even care anymore. When I came to the realization that I was actually upset with myself, everything just made more sense. And it is true. Even to this day, like you can hear the shame in my voice. You can hear I'm reluctant from continue talking, because I know that I should be doing what I should be doing, and that's writing. I should be writing. I should be focusing on getting my book out there, like finishing the idea. And I mean, like, it could be completely innocent too. Like back on the day, like in the train, it might not have been like that. Maybe he was like trying to inspire me or trying to push me to get it done, because I had been talking about it for such a long time. And I have been talking about it. Like, I don't have a lot of people that know me too well anymore, or like people who have known me for a long period of time. But the people that I do know, and that do know me personally, they would be like, yeah, he's always said he's wanted to write a book. And it's going to be such a big moment when I finally do, like, allow myself to finish it as well. So I'm just excited, man. Like, I feel sorry or sad that I told that story, because, like, hearing myself say it is like, maybe it wasn't as bad as what I thought it was. Because also in the same sentence, like, your art is your baby. You know what I mean? Like, if you drew something for me, you would be paranoid. Because you're like, I really like Sandwich. He's a really cool guy, really funny, goofy as hell. I hope he likes my piece of art. And if I didn't, like, reply immediately, like, you would become paranoid. You see what I mean? Like, like, let's say, like, you, like, Zekrom, Nation, like, all of yous were involved in my writing, right? Let's say, hypothetically, you guys were. You've got chapter 1, Nation's got chapter 2, and Zekrom has chapter 3, right? And it's like, I would be so paranoid by you guys reading my writing. Like, and I know that's ridiculous, because I want to be a writer, and people are gonna read my writing eventually. But I would be so, like, like, I'd be so worried. I'd be like, oh fuck. But obviously it has to happen. Obviously I need someone to proofread my writing, or, that kind of stuff like that. I'm just saying, like, I think it sounds great, man. I'm glad that you let your friend read what you wrote. I'm glad that you were inspired by me in some kind of way. I'm glad that your friend had given you the idea, or I gave it to you, or someone supported you in that sense, and you're going to follow that avenue. I say, I wish you the best of luck. You can use these streams for whatever you want. Whether you get inspiration from them, listening to me talk. You can always spitball ideas off me as well. Like, that petty shit from before is gone. Like, I never want to feel that again. Like, that feeling was from myself, being disappointed in myself. It had nothing to do with my friend. Had nothing to do with what he wrote. Had nothing to do with anything like that. And that's the whole point. Like, I'm just like, I'm now aware that I want to do it more than anything. And it doesn't matter if he writes 17 books before I finish my first one, because it has nothing to do with him. He has nothing to do with my dream. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully, if when I do get it, like when I do publish my book, like I will be giving him a copy because I over the years have had appreciated his friendship a lot. And like we don't talk now anymore, but I don't talk to anybody anymore. You know what I mean? And I hope one day I can like reach out to him and talk to him and see how he's going. Because like when the pandemic happened, man, there was like it was like a fucking wrecking ball, dude. You can't just like show up at someone's house and see if they're okay as well. And I have like no presence on like social media or anything like that. This is like it. Like my stream is it. And I mean, like, he might watch this stream and might think, hey, fuck that guy, he's a cunt. But it's like, bro, hopefully you listen to me talk about the entire thing, because, like, it didn't have anything to do with you. It was like, it was my own anxiety freaking myself out. Like, I kept feeling like he was trying to, someone, like, not even him, but, like, people were trying to get my ideas. People were trying to ruin, you know what I mean? Sometimes, sometimes people can go out of their way, like when they don't have ambition or when they don't have something that they want to do or focus on, instead of supporting you and instead of like listening to you and telling you that you're going to be great or like chase your dreams or whatever, that person who doesn't have anything like that will then go out of their way to destroy you because they don't want you to be happy, or they don't want like, or they don't want you to be successful because they don't have anything in their life at that point. So you have to kind of be very careful of who you do and don't let read your writing or look at your art or anything like that. Because sometimes people can be awful. I think that was my point. And my friend was never awful. He was always supportive. I never told him anything, and I kind of feel stupid for that because of how like paranoid I am and anxious I am. But that has nothing to do with him. That has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with anybody who asks me to read my writing. And you never know. Maybe there's been times where I have spoken about it. I mean, there's a couple of times where I've spoken about it, and people just kind of like, you know, people were kind of like, oh, what, you want to write? It's like, dude, what the fuck? Of course, I love the English language. I've always loved it. You know, um, it's just gonna be. Also, too, dude. By the way, remember, with whatever you choose to write, whether it's a screenplay or whether it's a book or anything like that, you'll remember the first version of that, right? The first version of your script or your first version of your book, you're essentially writing the book or writing the script for something that you want to either read or watch. So if you're writing a script, you're technically writing the movie you want to watch, and the book is like technically you're writing the book that you want to read. Don't forget that too, okay? I would be paranoid. Um, I would be paranoid allowing someone to like sit down and like read everything that I've written. But I've been burnt in the past with that kind of stuff. Like people taking ideas and making it their own. People um, wanting my opinion on artwork when I was at school, and people getting like A pluses for like the work that I did, but I didn't get any like recognition from it. Like, so I come from like a genuine thing. Like I just worried. Just worried that somewhere someone's gonna get some of my writing, and like, dude, I could be sitting on, you know what I mean? Like right now, for the amount of stuff that I've written over the years, I could be sitting on New York Times bestseller right here. We don't know. We don't know. I have to get it. I have to get on top of it. I have to start doing it. I have to start moving forward with it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I'll never know unless I try. And I am a writer. I know I am. Everyone can be. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the ridiculousness and the shame I felt after feeling the way I did, but like when I sat myself down and I really thought about it, had nothing to do with it. It was more that I was disgusted at myself for not allowing myself to finish or to chase or to achieve what I wanted. You know, it's a problem. It's a problem. You know, I suffer from high levels of anxiety, and I'm like clinically depressed. So nobody is harder on myself than what I am. And like I feel like I don't deserve to be happy, and I feel like I don't think I'm going to ever achieve anything. And I think that was the realization too, like from my friend getting it out there, selling some, writing it and everything like that. Like, that's a guy who doesn't have those problems. He doesn't hate himself. He's not depressed. He doesn't suffer from high levels of anxiety. Like, he's a great person. He was a lot of fun to be around and to talk to and everything like that. And that's just the realization. The different mindsets. Like, if I felt the way I feel, like that he feels about himself, if it was like how he feels about himself, if it was the way that I felt about myself, I would have already probably had like 3 to 5 books written, like written and published. Don't get me wrong, I've got so many things here ready to go, pretty much, you know. But I'm just not allowing myself to get myself out there, and that's the problem. Like, same with this like YouTube channel. Like, I'm proud of what I've done. I'm proud of where I've come from and everything like that. But at the same time, I have never I've never marketed myself. I've never advertised myself. I've never recommended myself to anybody. But I want to be bigger, or like I want to say, I don't want to say successful, because every stream is a success. Every time I get on here and talk, it is something. Someone will find something from there and enjoy it, and that's what I want. I've always wanted to be an entertainer. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Sometimes you'll meet some people who bring out the best in you. Sometimes you'll meet people who despise you and don't want you to succeed. But it doesn't matter how other people feel. Just because someone gets upset and doesn't want you to write, or doesn't want you to write music anymore or whatever, that doesn't mean anything. Because from that one person who doesn't want you to succeed, there's going to be 25 other people. And like, everyone is always going to have a critic, because people can't handle other people having success when they don't have anything. But the problem with those people is, if they do become successful in whatever they do, they want everyone to be their biggest fans, when this person has never said anything positive about anybody. And that's all I think that's what my point was. I'm just highly anxious, riddled with fucking anxiety, and I revealed something personal. I was disgusted at myself for feeling the way I did. I never confronted my friend about it, and I never said anything. And the problems that I was having was within myself. Even to this day, I still have the same problems, because I know I should be writing. I should be writing right now, but I'm not. And like, a lot of stuff has happened too, you know, like writer's block or pandemic, or worried about my family and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know. I just went on a mad rant then. I hope that I didn't discourage you from writing or anything like that. It was never my intention. I just thought I would be honest and just let you know that, like, sometimes people, like, a good example, right? I'm not saying I'm the quality of John Legend. You know John Legend is, right? The artist, the musician. He writes that song, right? He's big, he's huge, he's massive. Everybody loves him. Everybody can't get enough of him. Fucking fantastic fucking musician. And then he writes another song, and his wife at the time was like, she hears the song and she's like, oh, I don't know, John, it's good, but there's like a part in that next song that he did after the successful one, and she's like, you should change the lyrics to this. And he was like, and she was kind of like, she was very adamant about it. It sounds better. And he's like, oh, all right, failed. That song failed because he allowed someone to change his art. And that's a controversial thing there, because sometimes people's influence and changes can be for the better. They can, and then other times it can be awful. And in John Legend's case, it was that. So just be careful of who you let read and write. Like read your stuff or look at your artwork, because that person could then do something with it. And I think that's what I've always been worried about. But with that being said, though, like if I'm to market myself as a brand, I need people to read my stuff, and I need people to look at what I'm doing. But I'm just kind of worried, and I haven't figured out how to overcome that fear. So if you ever figure it out, and if you ever still want to talk to me or be my friend or whatever, even though I went into a weird rant where I didn't sound very supportive at all, please let me know, because it is something that um, it's definitely something I need to work on. So I didn't even know if you're still here. I know there's a couple people who are listening and watching, but I don't know if it's you. But yeah, I was just sad. I was disappointed in myself, because like I didn't allow myself to obtain my dream. I always held myself. I feel like I've held myself back. I feel like
Two. Come on, Tom. What's with you?
I've kind of I just need to believe in myself. You know? That's what I need to do. I need to believe in myself. Because at the end of the day, even if you don't have anybody who does, right, initially, you believe in you, right? And by you believing in you, there's going to be other people that eventually will see it, right? But if I don't ever write, if I don't ever get my ideas out, you know what I mean? How am I going to inspire people? How am I going to... I've always wanted to be someone's favorite something. You know what I mean? Like if one person I was their favorite streamer. If I was someone's favorite author. You know what I mean? Like, how fucking beautiful would that be? I can't even put that into words. Just how overwhelming that would be. That would be beautiful. But yeah.
I do a lot of deals here. Apartment attendant don't ask for much dough. Always closes up shop till I'm done.
Okay, we're good. Gates is waiting up on the top floor.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go!
But yeah, that was always the problem. I always felt like people were kind of like
What's the
out to
hold
get
up?
me. Just because like so many things have happened to me. You know? I was worried. It sounds fucking dumb. I know it does.
Come on, let's go!
There's a collectible that's just in there. Oh, I can't get out of the car, I don't
What's
think.
the hold up?
No, I can't. Sometimes you just gotta take the risk though, hey. That's the thing too. Sometimes you just gotta jump. You know? Sometimes you just gotta fucking make that leap. You have to try.
Place seems clear so far.
Only people with cars are people with jobs. 9 to 5, place is deserted.
Well, we got jobs and we're here.
That kind of a job, sure.
anyway, yeah, I don't even know what to
Anything
say
else we
now.
need to know about Gates, Bo?
I'm
Only
excited
that
that
he's
you're
got a
excited.
bust-up nose and crates full of the good stuff.
Our kind of guy.
Our kind of guy.
I'd like to hear what you were gonna say. Like, I hope I didn't discourage you in any kind of way.
Park up over there.
It was never my intention.
Harley, good to see you, pal.
Yeah, you too, Gates.
Well, I hope you all have good taste in whiskey.
I ain't really the expert here. Tommy.
Oh, yeah. It's fine. Your first payment. If the Don's impressed, he'll finance more runs.
And each one's gonna be bigger than the last. We're all gonna be rich, boys.
Well, we are always happy to do business with good folks like Don Salieri. Please, give him my regards.
Sure thing. Now we just gotta conclude this transaction.
Damn it, Paulie! No! It's okay. Oh,
What? I told you we gotta make it look like a proper robbery.
damn thing's gonna be crooked by the time I'm done with this city.
Don't worry, pal. With all the dough you're raking in, you're gonna be able to pay for a new one. Watch out! God damn it! Battle it together, Polly! Damn it! Hey! Over here! Not a new guy! How the hell did they know about this? Because you always shoot your mouth off.
Gates took a bullet.
Oh, you still are here. Bro, you could have said something, man. I'm over here feeling awful for even just talking. I went on like a fucking 40-minute rant. Not a rant, but just like pouring my fucking heart out over here, dude. I was feeling awful. You were here the whole time? Anyway. But yeah, I think that's my point. It's like, I feel like I kind of had like, I never wanted to let my friend down. You know, I read his book. I supported him over the sequel, which never ended up happening. And it's just like, I hope that one day someone will support me the same way. My revelation was within myself, and I needed to figure it out. So in a sense, like, I also kind of got to know something about me too, from his writing, not from his direct writing, but being faced with I was faced within myself. You know what I mean? Like, it was like I looked in a mirror, and kind of like, why are you mad? Like, why are you sad? Why are you feeling this way? And it was like a eureka moment. It was like, it has nothing to do with the fact that he wrote a book. It has nothing to do with the fact that he did this, that he did that it left me out with. What my actual discomfort with is with this entire situation is that I should have already written a book by now. and that was it. And I was just disappointed in myself. It had nothing to do with anybody else. And even to this day, it still has nothing to do with anybody else. It's like a 100% me thing. And I'm working on it. I'm trying to work on it. Trying to work on it every day. Trying to be better. Trying to be more efficient. Every day I put pen to paper is a good day. It's a blessing. So I don't know what I am like as a writer. I don't know if I'm any good. I have had a poem published when I was a bit younger. there's like certain parts of my life that I really wish that I had allowed myself to do certain things, that I had pushed myself in and had chased the dream just a little bit harder than what I did. Now I'm like a little bit older, and it's kind of like I understand that I still have my entire life ahead of me, right? But I never thought I was going to live in the pandemic though. Like a lot of things, a lot of avenues now have kind of closed, and that is kind of scary. Um, but who knows, man? Who knows, man? Yeah, I look forward to the stream where I'm like, I fucking writ the book, man. I look forward to that stream every time. I don't know if I kind of want to have at least a book finished by this year. I think that's my New Year's resolution. I want to have something that's completed, that I'm happy with by the end of this year. I don't know, it probably won't get published by the end of this year, but at least the actual work, the actual book itself is completed. That's probably my biggest hope for this year. Well, one of them anyway. Sorry, I was listening and enjoying it. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. You know what I'm like, dude, when I start talking, man. But it's genuine. You can hear it's genuine. You can hear the shame. You can hear me going through the motions, feeling the feelings. Like, I was proud of my friend at the same time, but also weirdly I was a little bit, not jealous, but was kind of like, man, that should be me. Like I want this feeling, you know? And and also too, I was worried that like I was also worried that my friend would be like, "Oh, you've been inspired by me now," and I didn't want that. I didn't want that. Like, I've inspired you. No, I've always wanted to do this. I didn't. Not saying that my friend didn't deserve to hear something that is nice as that, but I didn't want him talking down to me anymore. That was something that I didn't need. I didn't appreciate. I understand from his point of view, he was probably just thinking he was helping or trying to help, but at the same time, it was kind of like, bro, what the? Don't do that. But I never said anything. I just kind of like took it on board. Like I just listened. I was polite. I wasn't a dick. Then I went home and I was kind of just like, what the fuck was that about? Um, and that's the thing. Some people are genuine. Some people are just trying to help. Things can be taken the wrong way. Egos can get in the way as well. Maybe he didn't mean anything like that, but I was still upset with myself. But at the time when he was talking to me, I was already feeling bad about myself anyway. So perhaps the way he was talking, it could have come across like he was talking down to me, but it might have just been my own mind taking it that way. I really don't know. I've never spoken to him about it either, so I would never actually be able to get his mindset. His life changed as well, so he's gone through a bit there right at the end. Uh, I wish him all the best each and every day. I there's there's a handful of people that I fear that I'll hear something bad about. You know, with this pandemic. You know what I mean? I don't. There are people that I do genuinely care about here, and the group isn't huge. It's definitely small, but that's just because I'm socially awkward now. So big groups make me paranoid. So there's not really much you can do with that. I will most likely give up with the writing, to be honest, and pass it on to someone else. And yeah, I enjoy you talking. I appreciate the compliment, but what do you mean? Why give up on it? Why not chase it? Why not chase that? I will most likely give up with the writing, to be honest, and pass it on to someone else. Who would you pass it on to? Who would you pass it on to? Dude, I'm saying right now, you can spitball your ideas with what you wanted to say. Don't let don't let like past sandwiches, moment of mortality, moment of relevancy. Don't let that change that you're excited. I'm excited for you. Like there is a part of me that is genuinely happy for you. Go for it, dude. Achieve whatever the fuck you want to achieve. You know what I mean? I think my point of it is don't be me. Don't be me. Don't 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 allow yourself don't mm, don't let yourself talk you out of doing anything. If you want to write a book, write a fucking book. If you want to draw a picture that is going to take you 3 months to complete, don't talk yourself out of it. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to do the art. It's the special thing about it is that you're doing it. You know, I know someone who wants to be a nurse. You know, and eventually like open their own practice, and like they are kind of negative towards themselves a lot of the time. But it's like, I'll be your cheerleader. I will support you 100%. Whatever you need at any given moment, I'll be there. If you needed your shoulders rubbed, if you needed your neck kissed, if you need someone that you can just talk to, or you need someone who needs to help you study these questions at any time of the night, just I'm like a message away. Just don't ever feel like you can't achieve something. And that's my whole point of my story. I never believed in myself enough to actually allow myself to achieve my dreams, and I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm done with that thinking. I'm done with that feeling. No, I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be successful. I deserve to publish a fucking book, man. You know what I mean? I want to do it for me. I want to do it for me. I deserve myself. I owe myself that much from everything that I've been through and how I think and feel. I deserve that much. I just have to believe myself. And you might read my book and you might think that's dog shit, right? You might think the first two books I write, it's just not your cup of tea. And then the third book, or the fourth book, or the seventh book, or the ninth book, you might be like, fucking hell, these are great. You know what I mean? There could be someone out there who just loves me, who loves my artwork, who loves my writing. And it's like I'm doing them a disjustice, an injustice, I should say, by not getting my art out there. I can't write a full book, and someone who wants to actually complete it, will lose the personal meaning. Yeah. But it could be something that you work on, though. It could be something that you like, that you write in like all the time. Like you could start it off as a journal, like because a lot of the time people are like, I want to write a book, but I couldn't be fucked actually writing a book. And it's like, maybe don't look at it that way then. Maybe look at it as a different kind of project. Maybe instead, like every day you write 1 page, right? Maybe that's too much to start off with. Maybe every day you write a sentence, or you write a paragraph. Next second you find yourself writing a full page. And then like you're always kind of like upping the challenge a little bit. You could kind of write it as a diary, right? Something where you're kind of just talking to you, or talking to the book itself, kind of figuring it out, kind of like working it out. That's what, like, as I said, I had this little thick chunky boy um, little diary. Not a diary, but it was a notepad, but it was very small, but it was very thick, had a lot of pages. And if you ever read that, if you ever read that stuff, a lot of it is like me writing ideas in there, and then I'm kind of like not talking to myself directly, but kind of talking about the idea and how it could work and how it doesn't work and stuff like that. So like when I do go back and look over these other bits of information or bits of ideas or something like that, um, I can be inspired by continuing or not continuing with that idea. So, how you going? Seems I came an hour too late. Nah, man, you didn't come an hour late at all. What you missed was me telling a story for almost an hour. This is the first mission we've gone into, so you haven't missed anything. It is a real issue that I am facing lately, when it is a permanent solution to a temporary issue. What do you mean by that, Lou? What do you mean by that? Yeah, we're just talking. We're just getting it out there. People have got ideas or want to do some stuff, and I told something that was kind of personal. Went into like a weird like 40-minute rant. But it also feels good to hear myself put that out there. I'm putting it out there. I'm accepting it. It's kind of like, it feels kind of nice. It's like, man, maybe I am really learning. Maybe I am really ready to change. Maybe I am evolving. It's kind of nice. Oh, cool. I know what I'll do with my morning then. Listen to the thing. Yeah, well, let me know, dude, how you feel about what I was talking about. Whether you believe in me or don't believe in me. That'd be fascinating to hear. Let's not go into the whole topic. It will be figured out in due time. No, man, fuck that. Let's go into the topic. Why not talk about it? I said something before that I wasn't proud of. You can talk to me about it, man. That's fine. That's what these streams are for. People can just come in and talk. You want to tell me something? Tell me something. You want to ask me something? Ask me something. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. We're all a community here. And you could be inspired by something that I've said. You might watch this stream back and be like, oh, I think and feel this way about this subject. Now, hold on a second. Sandwich said something that went for like 50 fucking minutes. Sandwich went on a conversation for 50 fucking minutes. He said something in there. Let me rewatch that. You know? So. Oh, shit, sorry. That was loud. It is not a topic taken too well. Well, that is kind of fucking concerning to hear. But it sounds like it's a part of life. And if it's a part of life, you can definitely talk about it if you want to. Certain people are going to have different opinions, though. So you're going to have to be ready just in case someone disagrees with how you think and feel. But, I don't have any more bullets for the... Oh. But I'm happy for you to talk about it, whatever it is. It's up to you, though. It's your personal life. It's, you know, if you don't feel comfortable with it, you don't have to talk about it. But I just feel bad because you were at one point excited to be in stream, and then I was worried that I went on that weird like conversation, and I was kind of like, oh, I might have. Yeah, that's what I thought you were referring to, the way you worded it. Yeah, it's a permanent solution to stopping life. But why though? Why is that how you feel? What's going on that's made you think and feel like that? Like it's. Yeah, but that makes me want to read what you wrote though. Like, you know how you let your friend read that bit of paper that, like, kind of inspired you to wanting to write a book, but now you're up in the air about it because you don't know if you can actually write an entire book. But don't forget, dude, there's other kinds of books, too. You're thinking book, you might be thinking, oh, fuck, I gotta write, like, a 500 to 1,000 page fucking book. I can't be fucked doing that. That's too long. Dude, why don't you just write a novella? Why don't you just write, why don't you maybe just do novel or something like that? Something smaller. Maybe just do a short story for now, you know, and then eventually let it work on itself. Like, I kind of want to read what you let your friend read now, to be honest, because it might paint the picture of how you think and feel better than what you could actually talk about it. Like, there's things that I've written being in the heat of the moment, whether it's sad, depression, anger, something like that, right? To the point where I can't even talk about my feelings because I'm going to break down. But if you had read, like, last year, like when we were in that horrible moment when we were playing the Walking Dead games, and I kept like randomly breaking down and talking about something, but then I always kind of like felt embarrassed, not embarrassed, but like ashamed that I was talking about it. There's like a section in a book that I have that's written about like how I actually thought, how I actually felt. But if you read it, like, you will understand. Like, if someone came in randomly, like a few people did, and were kind of like, whoa, what's going on here? Like, they didn't really fully understand what was going on, but you and I knew what was going on. If you read that stuff that I'd written, anybody could be filled in immediately. It's so brutal though, because it's like absolutely honest truth. But it's like, you see what I mean? Like, sometimes you gotta get it out there, man. Sometimes you gotta feel these feelings. Don't ever disallow yourself to feel something. Don't ever feel silly for feeling a certain way. Say you like someone, and you see them flirting with someone, and you feel jealousy, but you feel sickened in yourself for feeling jealous. Don't take that feeling away. Don't take that feeling away from yourself. Feel the feelings. Trust me, someone who's like been bottling things up for years and never allowing myself to actually feel these things or acknowledge these things, and now I'm starting to be like, bro, you have to let it out. You're gonna fucking kill yourself, pretty much. You gotta feel these feelings, man. Life is like a fucking roller coaster. You just gotta ride it. You just have to go forwards. Never go. As someone who's stuck in the past and can't move forward, don't ever go backwards. Always look forward. Don't look back, man. There's nothing good back there. Everything that's happy for you and exciting for you and is going to be great for you is fucking in front of you. Don't look backwards. Trust me, man. I'm back there. The only thing you're going to see is me. Alright? You don't want to see me. You want to look forwards. And eventually one day I will get up to where you are. And we'll move forwards together. All of us, this whole community we have, we're all moving forwards. If you wish to read it, I have written it on a Google's doc. I can send you the link if you wish. Oh man, that'll be... like, if you want me to read it, I will definitely read it. Though it is a tough thing to read. Of course it is. I made my friend concerned with what I typed. That's what I'm saying, man. Trust me, if I was digitally and I had written that thing down, like as in like a blog or some kind of like internet kind of like virtual diary, I would have linked you the same thing. It's in a book. But yeah, I'm assuming if anybody read it, they would have been concerned. Like, fucking god, dude, do you need help? Yes. Yes, I do. At that time, I definitely needed help. So I think that's why I, like, appreciated you so much towards the end of last year, because you were there. You did listen to me, you did talk to me, try to distract me, try to make me laugh, try to, like, help me through it. And it was like, it was just very tough, man. Like, you remember what the end of last year was like. It was fucked. And also, like, you know, when we played the last season of The Walking Dead, I gave myself heat stroke doing that. I actually almost killed myself doing that because of how hot it was, and I didn't like. It was bad, man. Like, if you ever watch that back and like. Yeah, I almost, like, it was either heat stroke. Yeah, I gave myself heat stroke, and then I had, like, severe heat exhaustion afterwards. So my body was, like, cramping, I couldn't move, had no appetite. Like, I almost killed myself, it was bad. But that's what I'm saying, like, I was so dedicated to finishing that and allowing myself to move on from that. I stuck to what I said I was gonna do. I actually fucking finished it, finally. It took ages to do, but I finally did it. And, like, it freed me to move into 2022 without thinking about it. But yeah. So I just want to say thank you for being a part of those streams, as awful as they were. Wait, are we allowed to, like, run down? Hold on. No, you can't. They stop you. There's definitely, like, a collectible that's down there at, like, the start of the level. The start of the, car park.
This ain't as bad as it looks. Now take the booze and get. My guys will come for me. No, go, go, go! So long as you guys clear them out up ahead, I'll be safe here with the little guy.
Carlo, in the cab with me. You know you stead. Tommy, check for more of them. This thing ain't over. Come on, I'll back you up.
We got more of them.
Over here! They got backup! Get these guys off me! Gotta reload!
I really like the gunplay for this game. I'm always gonna be here to help, but I am starting to lose my battle with it. which is why I am writing the document. That makes me very scared, very concerned just to hear the way that you're writing it. It sounds like you're like writing your fucking memoir or some shit. Which, as a writer, is beautiful. I always consider that's what I would end up doing. And there's probably like, bro, it honestly though, if you could, like, if you were here or whatever, there's like so many different books and folders, right? Everything looks so different, like, and it's kind of like a showing of time, showing of age, showing a thing. There's like years and years. Like, if you ever wanted to figure me out as a person, or like my struggles, or how I am mentally, or why I am the way I am mentally, just read my books. Not my novels, not the books I'm writing to publish, but like the other bits that are in between the chapters, the little bits that are here and there. Like, I think if I like scoop everything up and like put it into something, that could be something too. Kind of like what you're saying there, like a document. Like, this is this is everything that's ever happened to me and the reason why I am the way I am. Like, it would be probably pretty awful to read because of how sad it shit it would be, because you know, obviously detail. But you know, I really want to read this document that you're doing. I'm genuinely concerned though for you, and I have been concerned for you for a long time. Obviously, as you've been concerned for me because of like the end of last year. We've been friends for a while now. You've come to stream like quite regularly and shit. So you've seen me at my high, you've seen me at my low, you've seen me in the middle. So it's like, it's very, very sad and concerning to hear. Like, I hope you're okay. Oh fuck! I got any bullets? Should have grabbed the shotgun. Do you have Molotovs? No, I don't. Fuck! I might die here, to be honest. Oh, I thought I got a headshot. Let's come off the wall. And that's kind of like how I think and feel though, because it's like, if someone did get a hold of my writings, like say I got ill or whatever, and you know, wasn't around anymore or whatever, like, if someone got the writing, like, what would they think? What would they think reading that stuff? So I relate to you a lot. I understand what it's like to feel like like to not understand why you feel the way you feel, and not to understand like certain emotions, like not to understand them, and why you feel that way, or why people make you feel that way. Like, I understand who you are as a person a lot, so don't ever think that you're alone. And you know, don't ever be ashamed of why you are the way you are, or who you are either. I understand that, like, you know, you've had friends in the past that aren't your friends anymore, or you think and feel a certain way about yourself or anything like that. Like, just don't feel shame. As someone who does feel that kind of, you know, I understand what shame feels like. Just don't allow yourself to feel that. It's a horrible feeling. Just, even if you do feel it, write it down. Because, like, that's you acknowledging the fact that that's how you feel. And you might not identify it as being shame or feeling bad or something like that, but you might feel this thing that's in the back of your mind that keeps like just churning and churning and churning and churning. Get it out. Get it the fuck out. Don't bottle it down. Don't push it down, because that one day that cork is gonna fucking explode and you're gonna do something that you're gonna fucking regret. Don't do that. What I'm saying is, get it out. Get those feelings out onto paper. And you might not do anything with them. It might contribute to your document as you've been writing. But at least at least you're acknowledging, you're allowing yourself to feel these things, and that's what I'm saying is the most important thing. Don't ever think, he hasn't spoken to me, I'm worried, but I am too caring. Yeah, I understand what that feels like. I've cared about people who don't give a shit about me too. But you know, give him time. He might be trying to. He might be trying to like. Oh fuck! My controller's so fucked. Oh, the game's lagging. Apparently, that was just too many particles on the screen at once.
I see fire sprinklers up on the ceiling. We need to turn them on. There's gotta be a valve to turn someplace.
Oh shit.
Is there a way through this fence? Find a way in, Tom. I'll stick with the truck.
So far, 2,700 words are on the document. My goodness. Shit, is this game gonna fucking... If the stream just like randomly drops out, it's because the game crashed, okay? Just want to point that out here real quick. If stream just disappears, it's because the game's crashed. Oh shit, I didn't even see that guy. Fuck, I got no health. Alright, we're just gonna see what's up here. Nothing. Because yeah, like with feeling certain things, it's like if you don't talk, like, because sometimes people don't talk about things, right? And they just like bottle everything up. But by you bottling everything up all the time, not acknowledging anything, not allowing yourself to think and feel the way you need to think and feel, by constantly putting a cork on everything, on every bottle ever, and it's just sitting in the bottom of your fucking stomach, it's gonna make you sick. You can't have that. Like, trust me, you'll feel so much better if you just talk. If you just allow yourself to talk. Just go through the motions. Sometimes it's like, dude, trust me, I feel certain ways about certain things that I just don't even understand. And like, people expect me to be a certain way or feel a certain way about a certain thing, and I don't understand. I can't do it. I don't get it. Certain emotions I don't understand. And it's just like, you know, people think I'm a fucking asshole, but it's like, I'm not. It's just, I'm wired differently. I'm just structured a little bit different. It's not that I don't care. It's just, oh, let's get this health. There we go. People were saying this game was a little bit buggy, and that was the first time we've really witnessed a bug. When like that massive explosion happened and the game pretty much shit itself. Oh fuck, I was hoping that was gonna be... Ah, fuck! The Tommy gun just isn't working out for us. Just use the shotgun. Although, we kinda need ammo.
Knew this wasn't over. Over here! Gotcha! Thank you!
Oh fuck! That's Sam.
If I know Morello, they'll have guys on the street. Lots of guys.
Oh man, I really hope there hasn't been like a collectible that's just hiding in the corner. I haven't really been looking. gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that first aid one right there, just in case. But yeah, if you want to talk about anything, you can. If you don't want to, I understand. I wasn't expecting to go on a rant and like reveal how I'm thinking and feeling and all that shit. But this is just yeah, just an open-hearted, honest thing. Like, don't feel like you're alone. Anybody who's watching right now, don't think you're alone. Don't think people don't care. You know, sometimes things just don't make sense, and sometimes people just need a little bit more time. Just sit them down and talk to them. Just explain it. I understand that certain people don't understand how I am and why I am the way I am, and I don't expect people to understand. But I just hate it when people like judge or make comments when they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That's unfair. But alright, let's roll. Paulie, get the fuck out of the way. Paulie! Fucking hell. Oh, I gotta talk to Sam. Oh my bad.
Grab a set of wheels and watch my back.
Sure thing.
How the hell did Morello hear
Shit,
about
I
my
really should have
deal?
used that
All
fucking...
kinds of beefers in this city. For now, let's get the booze back to the warehouse and try not to die.
Should have really used that medkit now.
I knew it! We got more guys on us!
Okay, let's slow them down some.
Hit him where it hurts!
Fuck, it didn't work. Alright, so there's like a thing that you can do, like you can press X and it... Fuck, we're gonna fail. You can like ram. And what I was trying to do was ram the back of him as he got in front of me to try and make him like turn inwards. Try and take him out. Try and get like to catch up to the other car. It didn't fucking work. Every time I press X when I'm in the car, it never works. Whew. Yeah.
How the hell did Morello hear about my deal?
All kinds of beefers in this city. For now, let's get the booze back to the warehouse and try not to die.
I knew it! We got more guys on us!
Okay, let's slow them down some.
Hit him where it hurts!
Oh, I tried it again. It's like I don't fucking learn.
Morello sent more guys after us!
Another motor coming after the booze truck.
Dude, this mission's crazy. Oh shit. Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, I guess we are too.
I still think this game is beautiful, man. I still really like this game. Like, I don't really give a shit what anybody says. Like, I really like this game. It looks good, sounds good.
They don't stop coming, do they?
Shit, I really fell behind. I'm thinking of getting a support bird. Or a bird in general. That sounds like a lovely idea, Luke. That sounds like a lovely idea. Birds are beautiful. That sounds like a great idea. Yeah, cockatiel. That's what I thought you were going to say. Yeah. That's really nice. This game is amazing, and I love it. Oh, hey, man.
We lost them all.
I wasn't sure if you were still here because I
Christ
kept
for that.
talking about random stuff.
Let's
So.
head home. See what we got.
We got the booze. I mean, I know it didn't go to plan, but we got the booze.
Yeah. So tonight, me and you are gonna drink a bunch of it.
I guess we earned that much.
I kind of fell back before because I crashed when I came over there. When I came over the hill, when I came over that little jump, and then like I just couldn't catch up. So I think we were supposed to take out that last car and then drive casually, but thankfully, whoever was driving with Paul, who was driving with Sam.
Morello's boys caught up
Good
with you?
little guy.
Yeah, boss.
Name her slash
We
him.
took care of it.
Sounds lovely.
What about the kid from Kentucky?
He took a slug to the shoulder, but he's a tough blocker. He and his crew dusted out as soon as we bumped off Morello's hatchet men.
Getting shot will give Gates and his pop another reason to ice Morello out of the whiskey business.
Well, let's see if this hooch was worth all the trouble. Excellent. I'll work out the details with Papa Gates. But once we're running this Kentucky Brown, we'll be back in brass buttons. Good work, son. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of all of you. Saludo!
Saludo!
No, that's right, man. Best laid plans is the trophy we just sent. And it's a tough subject. It's a tough subject to kind of talk about, especially if you're not going through the same stuff. It's hard. I probably shouldn't have spoken about some of the things on stream, but I mean, it's an experience, man. Like, at the very least, it's kind of like each stream is kind of like how I am, why I am, kind of thing. So, you know, if anybody ever needs to talk about anything, the streams are here for whatever reason. Whether you feel sad or lonely or miss my voice or whatever it is, just the streams are always here. One day I do hope to make videos again. But right now streaming is all I can do, so may I take some time to myself. What do you mean? You don't want to be a part of stream anymore? Or you just gonna walk away for a little bit and come back?
Sounds like Salieri was getting ready to make his move.
Working up to it, maybe. But then, Prohibition ended. And the bootlegging business got knocked on its ass. All that fighting over booze meant next to nothing. It took us a few years to recover.
Think about what,
though? We did
though?
bounce back.
Why, did I say something wrong?
It was something. We took what
I
dough we
get that
had
a lot,
from
apparently.
moonshine and Canadian whiskey and invested in
Always
Beale
saying something
records.
that's...
Some of them even legal.
I didn't mean to upset you if I did. Or anybody else
We
who's listening.
branched out into everything, except peddling dope. By 35, things were looking up. We had good money rolling in on the regular. I had a wife and daughter. Sam was running a club for the Don.
Okay.
Even Paulie had a few records of his own. Wasn't exactly happy, but what do you call it then?
Well, you know where I am, man.
Content.
You ever need me, ever want to talk to me, ever want to let me know
Yeah.
what's going on, I'm always
That was
here.
it.
This community's always
And
here.
Salieri
So
finally starts talking about
I don't want you to
getting
go,
out of Morello's
but at the
shell.
same time, I
Maybe
can't
buying
force you to
our own
stay.
cops, our own
And
politicians.
if you need some time to take a breather or anything like that, just be careful.
That's
just be
interesting.
safe. Don't do anything silly. Okay?
You think Salieri was sourcing highbinders in 34?
Yeah, I
Maybe.
understand.
Wait,
Well, a
Thanks
few
for being
years
honest
back,
and
a
letting
boy
me know.
squad got
Thanks
a
for not
judge
just
on
disappearing.
solicitation of a minor. Once in the box, he started confessing all sorts of misbehaving, trying to...
If I'm still streaming and you feel better, make sure you come in and just let us know that you're
Well, he
okay,
got to
okay?
taking
That's the most
kickbacks
important
from
thing.
Rollo and your
Just let
man
me know that you're okay.
Salieri. Playing them off one another, trying to goose the take, but once Morello found out, he threatened to bury the judge's kids on the beach. Still breathing, of course.
Christ. That was the missing piece.
How's that?
Morello was
Thank
always
you.
winding us up. But he never did anything
Hopefully
that
you
might
feel
start
better.
an all-out war.
Let's go and have a think,
Learning Salieri
get some
was
water,
building his own bench
a bit of
must
a
have
lay
finally
down,
tipped
maybe
his
put on your
scales,
favorite
because in
musician,
35,
like whatever
he
band
hit
you
us
like
with
or
both
artist you
barrels.
like. Take a couple of deep breaths and just let yourself think. Sometimes you just need a defrag and you try and figure things out. Also, don't forget, you also have a pen and paper or your laptop, whatever you prefer to write with. Sometimes if you're thinking something that just sounds absolutely crazy, why not write it down? Why not write it down and
pasted it
come
on
back
his
to it
face.
a little bit later and see
Oh,
if you
hey,
feel
boss,
any
what's
different.
going on?
I'm glad you're here.
You're not alone. We're all here for you. Yeah, you can come back
There
whenever
you
you
go,
want to.
boss. I'm going to Pepe's for lunch, but
Just be
Carl
all.
called in
I
sick.
hope
You up
you're
for a
okay.
drive?
That's the most.
Sure,
That's all I want.
Bravo.
Yeah, I hope you're okay.
I'm already starving.
I hope everyone's
You got a
okay.
piece
To be
on you?
honest.
Yeah. You think I'll need it?
You know how it is. Things with Morello have been a little quiet lately. Maybe it's just got me jumpy, is all.
Wow, how cool is this car? See, I always feel bad. Like, this is why I don't talk. Every time I like open my mouth, every time I open my mouth, I always upset somebody. I always upset somebody. I always make someone feel bad, or that's never my intention when I'm talking. When I'm talking about how I'm feeling or what I'm thinking or anything like that, it's never my intention to make someone feel bad. It's almost like when you're having an issue with somebody, it's like, just hold on for 1 second. Just take yourself out of how you're feeling when you're reading this, and just read what I'm saying. I'm conveying my emotions, my feelings, and I'm expressing them to you. Don't take it to heart just yet. And I know that's very hard because we're all emotional. We're all, you know what I mean? Like, so when someone writes something and which you hate, it's hard not to react. It's hard not to be like, fuck you. But it's just like, just hold on, you're missing the point. And at that given moment, I just want you to just be me. Just, you know what I mean? And like, when you tell me what's going on with you, I will do my best to not be me. I will try and see it from your point of view. I've always hoped for that. But sometimes it's
So
just
how's
very.
business, Tom?
Sometimes it's
Hey,
just
you know
very
how
hard.
it is. It's good.
Sure,
very
I know
hard
the
to take
business. I
yourself
see the
out.
books every day. But since what happened, I know that a
I'm okay,
capo needs to
thanks,
talk to his
Ian.
soldiers
I
without
don't know
some
how
other
I
guy
am,
getting
man.
in the way.
To be honest, I don't know how to think or how to feel or whatever.
I guess we're mixing with a better sort of person now. And I like dealing with all these big shots we got on the pad. Anything's better than those grifters trying to shift their hooch before the 21st went through.
Ah, this is only the start of it, Tom. I got plans. Plenty of good people lining up for a slice.
Glad to hear it.
Oh fuck! I didn't even see that lady there for a sec. I was looking away. Oops. This car is so weird.
Must be nice for you. Some time away from Polly and his cockamamie schemes.
That's better conversation, boss. I'll give you that.
Sure I am.
Me, Sam, and Paulie, though, we're still real tight. We've been through some times together.
Yeah, don't I know it.
Big news today. Read all about it. Check your eyes
But I understand. Sometimes it's just hard to just remove emotion from certain things. It's hard not to be upset. It's hard not to get hurt. It's hard not to feel the way you feel. Not saying that. It's just, you know. I never go out of my way to hurt somebody. I don't like when people are sad. I don't like when people, especially when they get upset with something that I've said. It's like, it's a tough situation, you know. It's tough. Can't lie, man. This fucking soundtrack is absolutely banging. I loves listening to the radio when we play this.
Hey, there it is. You just drove by.
Wow, how accurate.
I have been looking forward to this all week. Wait till you taste the casaca, Tom. Oh.
I feel like something
wine.
bad is
Hey,
about to happen.
More wine here, please, quickly. You're going to love this wine. It's a... Don Salieri. Welcome, my friend. Welcome.
Good to see you, Pepe.
Yes. Hey, come. Our guest has arrived, eh?
What's on the menu today?
My mother, she would be so honored if you tried her caponata.
Excelente. Bravo, bravo.
Oh, Benny, let me get you a chair for you, huh? Sit, please. And to drink, a Chianti. I've been saving this just for you.
Yeah, bene, bene, bene.
Enjoy, huh?
I'm glad you're off the roof, Tom.
Sarah threatened to leave me if I didn't dry out.
I know.
She told you.
No. I put her up to it. Drunkards get sloppy, Tom. I didn't want you to make a mistake we couldn't live with.
For you? And for you.
Pepe, the meal is a masterpiece as always.
Molto grazie, Don Salieri. Praise from such a gourmet as you, it filled me with joy.
You wouldn't call me a gourmet if you knew what I had for supper.
Oh shit, man.
Get down!
Dude, this game is so awesome.
Morello! Bastard could have at least let me finish my wine.
Hey, Salieri! Come out of there and we'll make this quick. Smoke 'em out, Joe. Shit, watch out!
Yeah, dude, he was so stoked that the Don was eating his mother's carbonara. It was fucking didn't even get to try a bit.
We aren't going out the front door. Can you move?
Not fast enough. We're gonna ambush these boys. I'll keep them entertained while you slip out the back and circle around.
You sure, boss?
Blow them all down, Tommy. Not one of them goes home tonight.
Okay, boss. Be careful.
Tom, just be quick about it.
Is the Don telling me not to look for collectibles? Because I hear you loud and clear. He's like, we don't have fucking time for you to fucking aimlessly walk around trying to get fucking collectibles. Hold on, dude. There is collectibles in here, though. Fuck, I got shot. Man, do I have to... I don't like the pistol in this game.
What the hell are you still doing back here? Your boss didn't have the skills to come do the job himself, huh?
I got myself killed because I tried to do an execution. No! Alright. Yeah, that's on me. That's on me. You look looking for collectibles. Meanwhile, everyone's shooting to be killed. Yeah, I'm like, wonder if I can find any of those cards. And everyone's like, I'm fucking dying. Like, oh, save the chef. Oh. That's weird. It would have been kind of... I'm stuck. It would have been... I'm on fire. Holy fuck, that's... Fuck you. You pick up the Tommy gun. Alright, found a collectible while we're reloading. It would have been kind of funny if they had, like, given you a trophy for saving the, chef. For, like, killing that guy before he got executed. I think that would have been kind of funny. Should I use that now? Probably.
Right here.
Is he dead? Almost out of bullets with the Tommy gun. Probably should change guns. What have we got here? Oh, we got grenades. So you got 3 bullets in there. Right. The ammo box? No, I'm gonna use it once. It's worth a look. It's worth a look. I wasn't sure if we could get more ammo from that same box. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna.
Angelo's coming through the alleyway. With me.
Alright. Now we'll pick up the Tommy gun. Surprise, bitches! Don't apologize to us. Apologize to the Don. That's getting shot. While you look around.
No, Salieri! Boss! It's clear!
Oh, look at the balls on this kid. You really saved my ass, Tom.
We gotta go, boss. The cops will be here soon.
I need a minute to catch my breath.
Well, let me get you back to the bar.
No, not the bar. We're going to see Carlo. That son of a bitch knew where I was going today, and he calls in sick.
He set you up.
To us, Tom. You could have ended up just as dead.
Yeah, I know, boss.
Carlo's shacked up with some dame in Holbrook. Let's go see what he has to say about all this. Step on it, Tom. Every minute Carlo's still breathing is a minute that's got me pissed.
Sure, boss.
Shit.
Can't believe these bastards had the brass balls to wreck my car. Had to be Carlo, didn't it? His pop was tight with Morello right when we started out. Apple don't fall far from the tree, huh? I wept at his funeral. At his sons, I'll be laughing loud. His mom's already a widow, Tom, and now he's gonna make her lonely till the day she dies. For what? Some dough to buy his dope? And my foot through his face. Know what? I'm glad. I'm glad this happened. I get to plug another rat, and we finally go to the mattresses with Morello. Today's the day the dam breaks.
Sure feels like it.
You take a guy in, you give him a place in your family, you give him respect, and this is how he repays you?
If he's done this, what else has he squealed on? The farm, the betting house, the ambush at the parking garage, any of them could have been him.
Man, this fucking mission's wild.
Someone's been ratting us out to Morello for years, and the time we work it out is when his guys come this close to bumping me off. You ever see me whack a guy, Tom? It don't happen much, so you know I'm gonna make it special.
Boss, why don't you let me go first, huh? Carlo might be waiting for us.
No, Tom, my face is going to be the first and last thing this bastard sees. What the fuck? You goddamn dirty grifter.
You better dangle, sweetheart.
It's gonna be a closed casket, Carlo.
You okay, boss?
Fucking hell, is Don gonna have a heart attack?
Let me catch my breath.
Jesus, he's fast for a big guy.
Don't let him get away!
Help me, someone! Come back here, Carlo!
It just... It's weird, like, it won't... It won't let me just consecutively sprint.
We ain't finished with you! Tommy, please! I can explain!
Can I jump that? No, apparently not. My controller's so broken it won't let me sprint, I have to like randomly press it. Did I go the wrong way? I'm stuck. I'm fucking stuck! My god. Yeah. Now the controller is allowing me to sprint. this fucking jank-ass controller, man. Like, it got me lodged into the thing, it wouldn't sprint when I needed it to sprint, and then right at the end when we were about to fail, it sprints completely. Like, fucking god, man.
Help me, someone! Come back here, Carlo!
Oh, fuck, it's still doing it.
They're going to kill me! Hey, we ain't finished with you! Tommy, please! I can explain!
Why is he not running?
Think about this, Tom! Please!
What the fuck is going on?
Let me talk to the boss! I can explain everything!
What the fuck? Dude, this game is kind of jank sometimes. Like, look at this shit. And I can't punch him, he won't fucking run. Oh my fucking god. I have to load the last checkpoint. I have to load the last checkpoint because it shit itself. He like soft locked himself for some weird reason, which didn't happen the first time. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's funny how I was like, how we almost crashed the game by playing when all the explosions happened when we were in the car park, and then I brought up the fact of like everyone was complaining about this, how it was jank. And I was like, well, we haven't really seen it too much. And then the game soft locks itself and you can't do anything. Yeah, don't let Carlo escape, sandwich. Yeah, exactly.
Help me, someone! Come back here, Carlo! They're going to kill me! Hey, we ain't finished with you!
Yeah, so he presses on the door and then runs off. But last time, he pressed on the door and then he got into a fighting stance for some fucking reason.
Let me talk to the boss. I can explain everything.
Oh, I kind of wanted to see if I could just jump across. That'd have been sick. No, don't do the same thing we fucking did last time.
Tommy, you gotta know.
Get out of here, Grandma.
He was gonna kill Mom. I had to do it. I had to.
Is he still alive?
I'm not sure.
I guess when he was up the top, when we came around the corner, I should have shot, and he probably would have done like a cool Hollywood flip off the top. I didn't. Shut up.
I decided the union needed a change of leadership. Is that all right with you?
Of course.
Good. Now, what about that, other thing?
That's why I'm here. Salieri's still alive.
God damn it!
What happened?
I don't know yet. Crew we sent is dead. Restaurant's all shot to hell.
Stop your crying. Can't have a conversation here. What about, Cockroach Carlo?
Found him with his head smashed in like a fucking watermelon. Never seen anything like it.
Salieri must have figured Carlo was the rat. God damn it. Even hear myself think.
It's gonna be a war.
I told you to shut the fuck up! We've been at war since killed Capone. It's just out in the open now.
What do you want me to do?
Make your rounds. Tell the boys to keep their eyes peeled and their powder dry.
Okay. Put the word out.
Hey. Just, keep your head down for a while.
You too, Don Morello.
The day the war began is the trophy we just earned. Oh man, I don't even know what to say. Everything is so confusing all the time. I don't want to upset people, and if I have upset someone who's in here who's watching, I apologize. It's never my intention.
We're at the start of something. Something big.
You think?
Morello
Oh
tried to
man,
kill
he's
the
wearing a
Don.
cool hat.
Not Tommy, not Paulie, not anyone regular. The Don. It's gonna be war. I'm ready for him. I hope so.
need it up the stairs. I'll go straight up. It's war, Tom. From today, we are at war.
Haven't seen any trouble just yet.
Hey, it true that Don slipped Carla the bum? Not you?
Yeah. Wasn't pretty.
Still blood in his veins, huh?
Less than Carlos.
Keeping out of trouble, I hope.
I want guards and lookouts around the clock.
Man, it's getting quite warm in here.
And all our business. How about people on the left coast? Forget about that. We stick to our own till this is over. I'll remember who picked the wrong side.
It's weird, the radar makes it look like there's a collectible. There's nothing here, but when you walk up, and now you're on this floor, it shows that there's one in the corner, but you can't open this door. See?
Our guy's in place.
Good.
We're finally going after him.
Soon. But first we have to soften him up. Morello's got the cops, the politicians, and even some judges in his pocket. We can't afford to bite them all off, so we need to scare them into abandoning Morello's sinking ship.
We bump off the right idiot. The rest are going to realize sticking with Morello ain't too good for their health.
First in line for the pine box is this asshole, Galati. The counselor's still seeing red over his dead kid, so he's never going to turn on Morello.
Christ. That guy's been giving us fits since 32.
The guy's name reminds me of Gelati.
Why do you think you're here?
Does anybody in the chat
And he's
like
got it all
Gelati?
figured out.
The counselor is celebrating his birthday with a big shindig on a steamboat.
Gelati's nice.
Pulling out all the stops. Booze, broads, fireworks. He's even giving a speech to the press.
What kind of security?
Just did normal detail, a few guys with Roscoe's. None of the other fellas are gonna do dick to protect that piece of shit.
Okay. I'll talk my way into the party, put two in his head.
Slow down, Junior. Galati's corrupt, but he ain't stupid. His crew be searching everyone who comes on board, so you can't be carried.
So, what? Throw him overboard, see if he can swim.
Don't go getting creative on me. You're still going to shoot him, for fuck's sake. When you get on deck, you make for the head. We got a janitor on the take, and he's planted a revolver in the bathroom.
And then you just cool your heels. Mingle. Try not to look like a hatchet man until Galati makes his appearance. You wait for that bastard to start his speech, and only then do you put one between his eyes.
We want it done in public to get people talking.
Sure. But you got a plan for getting back to shore?
Sam and Paul are down the docks working on that. You meet up with him there, and they'll fill you in on the rest of the details.
Okay. Galati's done, boss. You won't have to worry about him after tonight.
I don't doubt it, Tommy.
Buona fortuna, Tom.
Strange. But you can't get into that room. because when you go down there, then it's completely gone. Yeah. It would be... It's right up there, I reckon. In this corner. But you can't get in there. What are we doing? Going to the docks.
But Vinny told me I gotta stay around the bar for my own safety. Gotta get a new car for the Don pinched from someplace too. He only wants the best. I'll only tell you, but I'm gonna miss Carlo. He treated me okay and looked after the car even better.
Sorry. Let's pick this car.
Now, an excerpt from a presidential address delivered earlier this year. This is part of our series looking back over the president's plans and results since his inauguration.
This car's fucking pretty cool.
Is to all of the people in this country. This is a great national crusade.
I felt... What happened?
Which is an enemy of the human spirit generated by this depression. Our attack upon these enemies must be without flinch and without discrimination. No sectional, no political distinctions can be permitted. It must, however, be recognized, and I know you will recognize it, that when an enterprise of this character is extended over more than 3,100 counties throughout the nation, there may be occasional instances of inefficiency, bad management, or
I thought I could be cool and like make it look like super fucking slick, but yeah, clearly that obviously that didn't happen.
Try to tell you that the exceptional
Get rid of these cars before I can go on them.
is characteristic of the entire endeavor. It should be remembered that in every big job there are some imperfections. There are chiselers in every walk of life. There are those in every industry who are guilty of...
Go back to patrols. We'll get him next time.
Every profession has its black sheep. But long experience in government has taught me that the exceptional instances of wrongdoing in government are probably less numerous than in almost every other line of endeavor. My friends, the most efficient means of preventing such evils in this work release program will be the eternal vigilance of the American people themselves. I call upon my fellow citizens everywhere to cooperate with me in making this the most efficient and the...
Attention, folks, attention. We'll get you all aboard, but we will need to see tickets. You'll also be searched for safety. Thank you for your patience.
The finest family in the city. No doubt in my mind. Who's done more?
Roberto Giolotti welcomes you to a delightful birthday soiree aboard the Lost Haven Queen. Boarding 3 p.m, sailing 4 p.m, drinks and food 4 p.m. to 7 p.m, speech and fireworks 7 p.m, entertainment till late. And Captain William R. Porter and the crew of the Lost Haven Queen. I keep saying Haven, but it's Heaven. I don't know why I do that. The Lost Heaven Queen will be taking us out of the West River, then past Central Island and the lofty heights of Beach Hill. The scenic views of the St. Paul coast will then be yours to take in as we approach the fireworks barges set up in preparation for our grand event.
And all this after the loss of his sound.
Terrence! You got an invite too? Oh, did you hear there's gonna be fireworks?
You don't look like a guy with an invite.
I got friends, just not these kind of friends.
Well, I'll tell you what I got. Sailor back there who works on the steamer. His head hit something heavy. But his dandy white suit's fine.
Thanks. I'll go find him.
To whom it may concern, I write in reference to my forthcoming event on the Lost Heaven Queen. I was today warned by an associate about a potential threat to my safety. As such, I will be bringing my own security staff to the party. I also expect the following. 1. Only those holding tickets will be allowed on board. 2. Your crew will not be admitted into the bar area. I will only be mixing with my closest friends here. 3. All the Lost Heaven Queen crew must be on lookout for suspicious behavior. Roberto Giolotti. There's a collectible in here. There it is. Dude, I wish they released the cigarette cards from this game as like a real world collectible. Like I wish they had done like a special edition of this game and they gave you a pack of the collectible cards from like all of the big important characters from the game. That's what we're collecting essentially. It would be so cool to have them like in a folder or something. Guy must be back here. Yeah, he's in here. Kind of like Hitman style, right, Nation?
Know you'd get a real job someday.
There's a collection for the destitute just
So
inside
remember,
the church.
play it cool.
If you can spare
When you've
a
gone
little.
some ways over the water, find the gun. The janitor stashed it in the bathroom.
Sure.
Then get up on the roof. Wait for Galati's speech and pop him when he's done.
And how do I get away?
Polly's borrowed a speedboat. After the speech, there's fireworks. We'll come soon as we've seen him.
You better be there on time.
Don't worry. It'll go smooth like eggs and coffee.
Looking good, Tom. If the outfit don't get messed up, keep it. Suits ya.
Come on. You got a party to go to.
You the new guy? Christ, you took your time.
You think he's gonna pull this off?
He's sure as shit gonna kill Galati. Getting off that boat? Well, he's gonna need a guardian angel.
He don't need no fucking angel. He's got us looking out for him.
all of a sudden I just started getting feeling really sick. This might be my last mission. Well, Control's dying anyway. Try and finish this mission ASAP.
Yeah. Was gonna go clean the bathrooms. Heard some guests complaining.
You're volunteering to clean toilets? Whatever. You got a rag there. Check every deck.
Ask the crew about the janitor. Wow, cool, look at the band. Oh, we already read that. We don't need to read that again.
X for coffee, you get booze. I tell you, this guy is something else.
Going to be idiots. Working themselves into their graves slowly, or do it faster if they can't find the dough. Tell me that's not true.
Don't I know you from someplace?
Nah, don't think so.
I swear I know you. Were you with the Union, maybe?
Sorry, buddy, I'm from out of town.
Tell me that's not true. This country's taken a beat. There's still a long way for us to fall yet.
No. No, I don't think so.
I think I got him in trouble. Drink up and enjoy your boat ride. Anyone who's anyone seems to be on the steamer.
Yeah, and us.
I'm just looking around. My dear friend Roberto, first, I must apologize for not attending your party tomorrow. Tensions grew high in the city today. It is unwise for me to show my face. On that note, you should have already taken receipt of some men I have sent to protect you. When I am at risk, we are all at risk. Please do not worry and enjoy your day. Soon, Salieri will be dead and buried alongside Frank Cololetti. At that point, and not before, we will celebrate your birthday. And how Ennio Salieri will not live to see another. Marco. I think I pronounced the Don's first name wrong. Like my mouth stopped moving, like my tongue just was like made a sound. It was just like bleh.
He reads his paper, he smokes one of Krusty's cigars. I'm not allowed to know much about it, of course.
Do you reckon there will be collectibles on this boat? Because like, there's probably no way you can come back onto this boat. So like, I guess if I don't get it now, I don't get it at all. Yeah, this game is really good. Like, I highly recommend this game. It's been so much fun. We play it every Monday, and the streams are there if you're ever interested in catching up or watching the other bits. Feels like this game is almost over though, so I don't know how many more Mafia Mondays we're gonna have.
Know where I can find the janitor?
Back in a boat. Drunk as a skunk in the engine. Same as always.
Figures. Thanks.
All sugar-coated, of course. But they're happy. They get their money, so it all ticks along.
Hey, there was a collectible in here.
Hey.
He's a man with connections. Where else do you think the booty come from? can't believe I got an invite. Drinks till dawn, the guy said.
Hey, guests only. Hey, go scrub your decks. This is off limits.
Oh man, I'm just looking for collectibles before we finish this. Firework directions. Place shell with great care into mortar. Ensure the fuse end is directed upwards. Pull long fuse out so it hangs over the side. Expose fuse. Ignite and get away when lit. Never expose any part of the body over mouth of mortar. Ensure animals and children are kept away. Return to lit firework with great care.
Do this.
I think we've checked about most of the boat that we can actually get into. I don't think it's any more collectibles.
You took your time. Tommy, right? I hid the gun in the john in the stern. Mid-deck.
Where's stern?
Next floor up. Right above us. Key's on the table there.
You ever say my name again, and you'll be found floating outside. Get that?
Yeah, I get that.
I do know you. You're with Salieri.
What are you gonna do about it?
Well, I'm gonna give you a beat for starters.
I didn't think that was gonna work then. Pick that guy up and just throw him over. Jeez, I don't. Fucking hell.
Come on. Where the fuck are you?
works out to be like 2 collectibles per area, roughly. Like a card and a comic or something like that.
Hey, John. Hope you're enjoying yourself.
As long as the bar stays open, counselor.
Good man. Have another for me, huh? Good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Hey, thank you, everyone. Yeah, thank you. Hey, welcome to my little party, right? So, as you all know, it has been a tough time. 3 years ago, my dear son Billy left us. An innocent pawn in a deadly gang war. A victim of the deceased that is organized crime. Since that day, I have lived only to eradicate this disease. Today is a day for celebration for my 50th birthday. And for a brighter future for Lost Heaven. The criminals will be driven out of town. They'll drown like rats in the water. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And now for the fireworks, huh?
Here we go. Oh, they're right there. Oh shit, I thought they were gonna like take off. Oh yeah, they did. Look at that. How nice. Oh shit, there's even more. Oh, holy fuck. Fuck, I can barely fucking see. Oh my god. Oh shit. Shit, no. Let's pick up this top gun. I can't jump. Okay, I was gonna say, like, what the fuck? I should have, I shouldn't have grabbed the ammo already. We need the ammo now. At least I didn't grab the... At least I didn't grab the health yet. That's something. They're coming through the door. Oh shit. Sometimes this game is very, very responsive when like with the gunfights, and then other times it's not responsive at all. Should we throw this guy's body over the edge? See if it works. boo.
Right there!
Fucking hell. Shit. Yeah, guy's got like a sawn-off shotgun. Yeah. Oh god, no. Switch. Switch. Fuck me. There we go. No, not that way. That guy's just throwing himself off the edge of the... Oh, whoa. I'm gonna kill the other two. They're down here. That's kind of weird. There is no one else. Unless they're like below me. Oh my god. Why won't it let me switch? Look at that. You can either have this one or you can have the it won't let me switch the gun that doesn't have any ammo in it. Like, that's so silly. Probably should have grabbed the shotgun. Oh, he's so far away, I don't think I can get him. Oh, got him. Oh, that's it. Death on the Water is the trophy we just sent. Oh man, I thought it was going to be like, there was going to be like an escape section to that, but nope. That's it. That was a pretty cool mission, actually.
What do you think I'm trying to do?
After the DC, I think I have to come back to this at a later date. Oh, damn, dude. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were still here. You went, like, super quiet at one point. But yeah, you DC. That sucks ass, man. But yeah, it'll be here for whenever you're ready to watch it, dude.
He's trying to beat the train! We can make it!
I'm so lost. That's alright, brother. You have a good day. I was gonna call it quits after that last mission anyway.
Nothing could be worse, huh? We could be peeling you off the front of the train.
You missed that whole
He just
setup
got a good
then.
break. Is
Yeah,
all.
no, you have to go back
Sergio
and watch it,
Morella's
man.
always been lucky. He was born with more brains than his brother, that's for sure.
We'll get him, boss.
No, you tore off this job. You're broken mirrors on this one. We'll let the guy who killed Galati take a crack. Tommy here's got all the politicians scared. Maybe he can put Sergio in the ground.
What do I need to know about this guy?
Besides, he's got a lucky rabbit's foot up his ass.
Sergio is Morello's top earner. He controls the unions, which means he controls the docks and can tax everything that's imported into the city. We kill him, and a big part of Morello's income will be wiped out.
Any ideas on how to get to him? I don't want to end up in a tree like these two.
You're going to scatter his ashes.
Yeah, man, no worries. You too. Take it
job.
easy, be safe,
Catch you to the
stay,
starter under his
try and
car.
stay cool.
He'll be a human torch
and,
as soon as he
yeah,
turns
I'll talk to you sometime soon, hopefully.
It's safe to carry.
Hey, just don't drop it. Shake it, smoke near it.
Yeah, have a
it's
great
safe.
day, man. Definitely.
Boom!
Get it
Thanks,
done,
dude.
Tommy. For all our guys Morello's killed. And for all the money he's taken out of our pockets.
I'll take care of it, boss.
Can we go into that room yet? We can! Yes. There it is, the collectible. Let's go. I kind of want to keep playing, but at the same time, like, it's starting to heat up pretty bad in here. And the controller's about to die anyway, so... I don't know. Maybe we'll call it... Maybe we'll do one more mission.
There's no way they'd come here.
I used to run with his crew. If Morello wakes up one morning and wants to come heavy, he'll come heavy.
Nah, now he won't.
He goes with his gut. If there's one thing he's got, it's gut.
He'd see all of Little Italy burn.
To the ground.
I want, like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to keep playing, but at the same time, it's like, eh. It's getting too hot, man. I don't want to, like... I don't want to give myself heat stroke again. I kind of want to keep playing, though. But, at the same time, the controller's about to die anyway, so... I think we might have to call it quits here. So... Oh, wow, yeah, cool. I didn't realize that we could have a closer look at these. Whoa. Wow, it tells you something about him too. Dude, why didn't they make real cards of these? Fuck, I would love to have a set of these. These look great. Anyway. I've been Young Sandwich. You've been absolutely beautiful as per usual. Thanks so much for everyone who came in, said hi, showed some love, listened to me babble on about anything. This ends another Mafia Monday. Hopefully if you enjoy this, I will see you next Monday. But until then, be happy, stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your week. Hopefully this sets the tone. And hopefully you have a good one. I'll speak to you real soon, but until then, please, by all means, take care, everybody. Thanks again.